All right, we'll get right into it. First, let me start out by saying I was wrong. I underestimated Ruiz. I got it 100% wrong. No excuses. I didn't give him a chance in the world. I guaranteed he was going to lose, right? But this is the definition of a puncher's chance, right? The underdog story. You know, it's like a damn Rocky Balboa movie. I mean, it's crazy. I'm still a little bit shocked. Here we are. What is it? Monday morning. It's like 7 in the morning. I woke up thinking about it. Still just, I'm shocked, right? But so once again, I was wrong. I got it wrong. Okay. I'm not pretending I got this one right. Although I did say there is a possibility Andy could win because, you know, boxing history repeats itself and the upset comes around just like the hand of a clock. It will come again and again and again, okay? And that's what I love about boxing. I do. So now that we have that cleared up, a lot of people in the comment section are claiming that I'm claiming that I don't know what it is. I mean, I even said I don't know how much more clear I can be about this. I got it wrong. So Anthony Joshua, right? Let's get to it. To me, he looked like he didn't want to be there. It reminded me of like, I don't know, I'll give you like a scenario, right? Like a Friday night, you go out with your friends, but you really don't want to be there. You're just trying to smile. You're trying to play the part, but you just don't want to be there. He seemed like uninterested and maybe like really detached, right? Almost like he just didn't have a care in the world. Like he just looked like he didn't care about a damn thing, right? Even when he lost or during the knockdowns, he was very just nonchalant. I don't know, just kind of shrugging his shoulders, smiling, like, you know, he just didn't give a shit about anything, you know, and like Teddy Atlas said, and this is like brilliant, and I remember Marvin Hagler said this: you can't get up to do road work at 5 in the morning when you're sleeping on silk sheets, right? And that is so true. That is so true, right? And you know, I mean, you know what he means by that. You can't get up and do road work at 5 in the morning when you're sleeping on silk sheets, and that's what the great Marvin Hagler said. But and you see what I think that, look, that's what happens when DAZN throws you a bunch of money, right? When they throw a ton of money at you, you lose the fire, you lose the hunger. And keep in mind, Andy Ruiz is a Al Heyman fighter. So don't be surprised, right? Side note here, cliff note, don't be surprised if you don't see the rematch, the immediate rematch, right? Maybe Wilder Ruiz. So, you know, here we are. So, but UK. Here's what I think about the UK fans, right? They can dish it out, but they can't take it. You know, I mean, I hear these guys just destroy Deontay Wilder, you know, a bum, you know, all the memes, the windmill pictures, you know, and the little GIFs or GIFs or whatever the hell you call it, you know, all these UK fans, it's like they can dish it out, but they can't take it, right? Their king has been dethroned, okay? Your champion has been exposed. Your megastar was just taken out by a 25-1 underdog, okay? And now, Ruiz did to Anthony Joshua what anyone could do to Anthony Joshua if they would just actually do it. And I've talked about this before. I've always said the way you beat Anthony Joshua or someone like a Canelo Alvarez is you walk through the fire, right? You don't show them any respect. You let your hands go. I've always said you turn it into a dogfight, okay? And these guys have a good chance at beating them. So, you know, Andy Ruiz did exactly what he should have done. So now, and who are the guys? When I speak of Canelo and Anthony Joshua, who are these guys? I'm talking about the elite, the protected elite, the establishment fighters, the cash cows, the house fighters. You know, whoever's sleeping on satin sheets, driving Lamborghinis. Those guys. That is how you beat them, right? And it's what I wanted Gennady Golovkin to do to Canelo, because I think the same style could beat Canelo. But now Canelo, he'll trade with you, though. Canelo's a tough dude. He will trade with you in the pocket. So, you know, you might get caught, but you might not, right? Yeah, it's a gamble. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's a careless way to fight, but you're not going to win on the cards. You're not going to win a decision. You know, you're not going to win in a fair fight. So you have to win like that, okay? Or they get old, or they, you know, just have a bad night, something like that. But typically, that's your best chance, is just to let it all go, and that's what Andy did. So now, I don't want to be, you know, I don't know, disrespectful to the champ, right, or the previous champ. But like I mentioned before, it's almost like he doesn't care one way or the other, right? You know, he said something that made a lot of sense to me. Anthony Joshua said, He said, if I would have won, everyone would have said, wow, what a great night. Everything was perfect. All the pieces fit. Everything came together. Great job, champ. But because he lost, everyone was saying, oh, there must have been something wrong. What happened? They were talking about, he was in the dressing room too long. So I do like how he's not making any excuses, but I don't like his mind, his mindset. The way he's doing it is like he doesn't care. Like, this is like, I don't know. He's just taking this real light, and maybe it'll take a couple days to sink in. I don't know. I mean, so look, and I'm sorry, we got to take, the gloves are coming off. The gloves are coming off because look, here's the thing. Let me calm down. There's a difference in losing in a close competitive fight, right? Versus allowing something to happen that should have never have happened, because I do think Anthony Joshua is more than capable of beating someone like an Andy Ruiz. So I just don't understand how this even happened, right? And what do I mean by that? So my point is, Anthony Joshua being the champion that he claims to be, he should have never have allowed this to happen, right? So, and to me, it's like he's not taking responsibility, and it's just such a pity, such a waste. He was even talking about fighting Deontay Wilder next. He seemed like he didn't seem hungry or pissed off, right? He didn't seem like he just lost in an embarrassing fashion or anything like that. I think he should be jumping up and down, screaming, hollering for the rematch. But it's like he's more of a businessman. He's thinking like, well, maybe I can go fight Deontay Wilder or Tyson Fury. And I know a lot of you are probably going to say, well, that's the fighter in him. He's a true fighter, so he still wants to fight the best. But no. I mean, to me, a true fighter would want nothing but that rematch. They would eat, sleep, shit, piss, drink the rematch. And this dude was actually talking about, oh yeah, I might fight Deontay Wilder next, and we might do the rematch later. It's like, I mean, are you kidding me? Like, I just couldn't believe what I was hearing. And going back to the fight, I could tell by the look in his eyes, okay, before the fight. I mean, I'm telling you, even in the build up to it, something was off, something was wrong, something wasn't right. Too relaxed, too laid back, too complacent, too respectful. It just looked like he was just hanging out with some friends, having a nice walk through the damn park. And honestly, okay, you got to give credit to Andy Ruiz. He played the perfect role. He played the role of a passive, friendly, non-threatening guy you'd probably hang out with on a Saturday night at some party, instead of like antagonizing Anthony Joshua like Big Baby Miller did. So I think he's, not only is he a very underestimated fighter, he's a thinker, okay? I think he's a lot smarter than people give him credit for, and I can't stress this enough. Anthony Joshua lost in the worst possible kind of way. Humiliating, degrading. This wasn't even a close fight, right? Like, it wasn't like two warriors battling it out, and he just gave it kind of like a Vladimir Klitschko, Tyson Fury type thing. That's what it reminded me of. Like, just you watch that and you go, what the hell happened? Like, what did I just watch? And I remember when Tyson Fury, I remember the TV I watched. I remember where I was at. I remember the night. I remember what I was like actually thinking, and it was kind of similar to what I watched on Saturday night. Like, what the hell happened? But styles make fights, right? Styles make fights. I mean, now I've watched the fight in slow motion. I've watched all the, the analysis videos, and basically Anthony Joshua got caught on the side of the head and he was punch drunk, right? But, and once that happens, there really isn't any recovering, I mean, just look at the way he spit out his mouthpiece in the middle of the ring and then walks over to the corner like it's the end of the round or something. It's almost like he was trying to take a timeout, right? He spit out the mouthpiece. He goes over into the corner like he's trying to take a break or something. He was just off. Like, I don't understand what the hell happened, right? But like I said, this is a perfect example of what you get when you throw a fighter millions and millions of dollars, right? And you tell them, oh, you're the best, I mean, all these, surrounded by yes men, they're living in giant mansions, they're private masseuses, they're private chefs flying around the world in private jets, they lose that hunger, right? They lose that fire. And I didn't see anything in his eyes, in his soul, in his heart. I didn't see anything, nothing. It was like an empty shell, right? And I've said it for two. In fact, I'm going to make a video playing audio from my old videos talking about Anthony Joshua will eventually lose. Okay, you guys think I'm just making this crap up? I've been saying this for about 2 years now. I said he will eventually lose. It is a matter of time, and it happened. And it happened. So, and, and look, I think too, there's a reason he didn't want to fight Deontay Wilder. There's a reason. And I think the reason is his chin. Okay, to me, I'm sorry, but the dude is a chinny bodybuilder. He's a chinny bodybuilder with a good personality. So he's very marketable, very likable, and he's got a very clever promoter in Eddie Hearn. So, and I mean, look what happened to Mike Tyson. I'm not saying Anthony Joshua is like Mike Tyson, but there's a lot of similarities there. You're surrounded by so much money, you can't see through the windows. You eventually get caught. Someone will find their way in. That's exactly what happened. And I guess I feel like he didn't lose the belts. I think he gave them away, right? He just didn't seem hungry, and it just wasn't there. So in closing, that's just, a quick little final thought video here. In closing, what's going to happen next? I don't know. Like I said, Ruiz, Al Heyman fighter. Don't be surprised if we, you don't get the rematch. I wouldn't be one bit surprised. So, and I would also like to know, where are all the diehard Anthony Joshua fans? Because, look, I got the fight wrong. Yes, I did, but I was never an Anthony Joshua supporter or fan. I'm on record stating this day would come, and it finally did. And all you guys out there shitting all over Deontay Wilder, well, he still has a belt. So, and he's taking on tougher competition, in my opinion. So, come on. I mean, where you at, right? So, and I'm not jumping on the bandwagon. Like I said, go listen to my old videos. I predicted this night would happen. I just never thought it would be Andy Ruiz. Like, in a million years, I got it 100 million% wrong. So, I don't know. Did he give up? Was the American stage too big, right? Does he have a suspect chin? Like, did he take a dive? Like, what the hell happened? I think he simply lost his hunger. And like I said before, money will do that to anybody, right? If you're sitting on $100 million, you kind of lose that competitive edge, and that's it. And I'd also like to know, like, with their contract, right? With the DAZN contract, if they lose, what happens, right? Like, what happens? Is he going to be forced to, like, fulfill his contract? Like, I wonder how that works, like, the logistics of all that. I really don't know. But look, that's my honest opinion, right? In summary, I got it wrong on fight night, but I did predict that night what happened, but I don't want to take any credit because I did get it wrong. So, and look, one thing I will give Anthony Joshua is he puts on a hell of a show, right? It's like you never know what you're going to get when you watch an Anthony Joshua fight. I mean, anything could happen. So he's incredibly likable and entertaining and all of that. But I just don't see a fighter anymore. I don't. I see a businessman. I don't know. I mean, he was just kind of slumped over. He had, let me show you, like, this look he had. Hang on. Like, right. Where is it? I got a picture of it. It's like he just had this look of, like, there. It was like he was just kind of smiling and just had this, I don't know, like he was just joking around. Even like Radio Raheem was doing an interview and, he was just kind of like playing around and goofing around like he wasn't mad. It was like he was on vacation, like he came to America and he was on vacation, and not only that, if you notice, like when he came into the ring, there wasn't any sweat, he didn't seem like he was hitting the mitts, he wasn't warming up, he didn't seem angry, he didn't seem hungry. I mean, it was just like I said, like he was at a party, like chilling with friends, like kicking it with friends. Like, it was weird to me, and I don't know what happened, like what the hell happened. Maybe you can tell me. My personal opinion is he lost the fire, lost the hunger, and he's rich as hell, and that's it. So this it could be the end of Anthony Joshua, because I think in a rematch, I think he's going to lose, because I think he's going to be a little gun shy in a rematch. I mean, after getting knocked down 4 freaking times, 4 damn times, and just, knocked into another universe, I think he's going to come in a little gun shy, or he's going to get sloppy like he did and get caught again. Because, I mean, Andy Ruiz, well, he's got quick hands. Well, my hands are quick, and his arms are short. And man, I could go on and on and on. Why in the hell didn't Anthony Joshua fight tall, fight behind the jab? I mean, he had the reach advantage, the height advantage, every advantage in the world. Like, he didn't use any advantage. And I understand he knocked him down, right? He did knock him down. And, maybe he thought he had him in trouble, and then he got caught. But even after the first knockdown, hold, you know what I mean? Using footwork, head movement, like whatever. Like it just nothing clicked. Everything went wrong. If it could go wrong, it did go wrong. So I'm going to leave it at that. What do you guys think? Leave it below.